Hello, fellow tarot fans. Welcome to the Daily Read. Subscribers, continue to thank and love you, especially since none of you have unsubscribed as of late. So that means that I'm doing something right, that I haven't pissed anybody off yet. Just wait, I probably will. It's my nature. I try not to, though. That kind of segues into what I want to talk about today. Staying calm in the middle of hostile energies around you. So I have a lot of experience with that. I have a lot of experience with hostility and being hostile because I am kind of powder cake sometimes waiting to happen. It's just fire on top of fire on top of fire, and it's like I don't know, sometimes people just want to piss me off. They're like, oh, this is going to be fun. And I'm like, why? You know what you're going to get. But now, I've gotten very good at blocking those attacks. And people like to do, some people, they enjoy it. They'll come up to you and they'll try and trigger you and they'll try and like poke the bear purposefully because they're like, oh, I wonder what I can get out of you. And you're like, okay, well, if I don't like you, I might give you a version of something. If I do like you, I might give you even worse. I don't know. It's interesting. I think, like, people like to do it for their own sick pleasures sometimes. But, I mean, trying to, like, just, a lot of it's in that and their stuff, the outside. So as long as you can kind of just be like, and just not react. I mean, I think that's a lot of like anger management training for myself. I mean, I haven't officially done anger management training, but I've been definitely working on that in the meditation because, anger is not the answer or the key or anything. It's just controlling it and just taking that anger and using it towards something positive instead. Like running or working out or working really hard or something, and just or painting or writing. Although I find that writing sometimes leads to really scary stuff when you're angry, at least. I like a punching bag. That's pretty much my go-to. It's hard, though. It's hard to take that initial, like, triggered response, like, and because sometimes it's like a build-up, because that's what was like for me. I used to call myself Mount St. Nicole, because it would just all like, and then somebody would just set me off, and I would just be like, I'm gonna fucking murder you, ah! But yeah, it's too much energy wasted that could be put towards other things that it's like when you have no energy in your life at some point, when you like have gotten injured like I did, and you didn't have any energy to really get upset or mad, or you realize that like the energy that you were getting upset or mad with was like taking away from your healing power, you kind of like, let's cut the losses right now and just, not saying cut everything out of your life just because you don't want to deal with it, but, sometimes you weigh it out and you're like, I don't have to deal with this right now, or whatever, so do your weird whatever, and I'm going to be over here. So, big guy. I found a lighter. I think it got jacked again. Burning the sage, cleanse the energy. Yeah, I had somebody just honk at me when we were like dead stop. There's nowhere to go, and they just honked at me, and I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do, so I'm just going to continue to sit here and ignore you because there's nowhere to go but up. And unless you got wings on that, honky van, you're not going anywhere either. Humor also works as well. Sage, cleanse. And then Violet here, who's been waiting for me to come home all day. Alright, let's mix it up from the other deck, see what love brings into our life. Okay. And speaking of calm waters, my love is like an ocean, forever longing for your shore. You are an eternal ocean of love. I close my eyes and my heart is filled with a rose quartz light. And rose quartz is traditionally for the heart and love. I have two. One has at my shrine, and it's shaped actually like a heart. I like it. I'm glad I haven't lost it. I've lost a few stones. It's kind of sad. But I figure they probably went on to better things, They had to find somebody else who needed them. Because apparently stones have a life of their own. They do. They're infused with energy. So, just bob along on the waters. I was reading out of my Taoist book about the wise man who no longer fights the waterfall or the waves when it gets tossed in. And this also is, interestingly enough, connected, because I think I got all the crap out of my brain from the sage. That once you stop fighting it, you can bob along the water without, peril. And as you get more practiced with that, then you can go ride the, down the waterfall and go through the turbulence that you experience that's external, and then you can still, just maintain being above water and then get out, So the less you fight it, the easier it'll get. Just practice. Practice, practice. Practice. I know, I say that all the time. It's so sticky in my car. I'm like, ugh, you jump in the pool soon. But I thought I'd come here and make this video first because I'm committed to you guys. Life is a cycle of changing seasons. Let us welcome each new season and surrender the past with grace. Let us remember that nothing is ever lost, for all exists eternally within our heart. So, connected to kind of what I was talking about, the past of, like, how you've been used to dealing with, turbulence, with, oh, how stupid was I? Why did I just not fight it? Why did I yell at that person who provoked me for their obvious reaction? Because we were learning a lesson of not needing to react. It's some people they learn how to. They're like, oh, something is happening when I do something to something or someone. I'm gonna, keep pressing that button. And I mean, they'll learn their lesson as well. Life is all about the lessons, and so they'll get somebody who's gonna, like, they push the button, and who knows what kind of madness they've opened up out of that. So, be kind to people that you don't know, or that even that you do know. I mean, that's like, just, number one, don't be a dick, because if you fuck someone over like a dick, you're gonna get fucked over by someone like a dick. What is it? Pussies, dicks, and assholes. I try to keep this like spiritual, but somehow the nastiness just comes in, and I can't. Fucking South Park has ruined me. Anyways, so welcome in the new. Welcome in the new behavior. Welcome in the change. Welcome in different ways of reacting. Welcome in different ways of dealing with anger and not. And if you hear something that you don't like, most people react to it strongly and vehemently, like, God, no. And then you have to be like, okay, well, why did I act like that? Why is that something that bothers me? What is my thing that I need to deal with? So, lastly, you are loved more than you consciously know. Share your insecurities with the ones you love. You will be surprised and reassured by their reaction. Love is all around you. I think sometimes we're afraid to admit that we feel insecure or needy because nobody likes a needy person. But I mean, every now and again, it's important to address if you aren't feeling enough. And first within yourself, that's step one. You say, okay, why am I feeling like this? Why am I feeling this neediness or this anger or this need to poke somebody? Do I need attention? Do I feel lack in my life that I need attention by getting it, no matter what way, negatively or positively, by poking the bear? And it's just the self-reflection part of, like, love or not loving or being loving in a sense. And then you say, okay, well, I'm feeling fine about certain things, in myself, but I feel like if I'm having this relationship with another person, any type of relationship, we're in relationships with everybody in our lives to different varying degrees. In this relationship, there are these things that I am unhappy with or I feel are lacking, and I need to express them to you because this are my needs. This is what I need out of this relationship. And if this relationship is no longer serving me in the way that I need it to, that we've in an agreed upon manner, then I don't want to continue on. I want to try and fix it, or if it is not willing to be fixed, then I'm going to continue on and no longer nurture this relationship and find another relationship to nurture. And I think that's a hard thing, along with, I think, the other videos talking about when cutting, dragging meat sacks behind you, cutting that out. And it's hard to disentangle from emotions, but I feel like having a logical perspective is really important, because if we get lost in emotions, we will not be balanced, and it can tip way overboard into the emotional, and that's not good, because we need a balance. We need logic and emotion, the scales. Let's go to the cards, because I'm wilting like a hot flower, a pretty flower on a hot July afternoon in Savannah, Georgia. I don't know where that came from. I think I saw something about Gone with the Wind. And it sometimes, like, this inner southern belle comes out, and I don't know where she came from, but maybe in a past life I was a southern diva or something, and with big hair, and that's why I've cut all my hair out, because I'm like, who wants to spend 2 hours doing their hair? Someday I'll grow it out again, someday, but for now, short is good. I like it. It's easy to manage, and it's cute. It frames my face. Plus, it's kind of a social expectation sometimes to have long hair on women. I actually don't mind it on men. I think it's nice. But it's just a pain. It's just a pain overall around. Alright, enough tangents on hair. Punctuation mark card. 6 of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is dealing with past issues. So, like we were talking about, surrender the past with grace. Let it address the issues, but surrender the emotion surrounded with those issues, because every situation is different, and every situation garners a different perspective, because you're like dealing with a whole new energy, continuing to bring the energy along in every, with every relationship from one specific thing that happened to you. You're the one not healing from it. Maybe somebody did you wrong in the past, a long time ago, but unless you let it go and you don't continue to blame each person along the way for, oh, you were like my ex, that you're still under this like demise of what you haven't learned. You still haven't learned what you needed to learn, because if you don't learn it, you're just going to keep repeating it, because it's on you, not the other person. The other person may have fired that stone, but you're the one still, oh, they hit me with a stone. Oh, God. Oh, my face. Even your face is still already healed. You don't have a black eye anymore. And it's an emotional trauma. And emotional traumas they're deep seated. They stick around. They hold on. But it's okay to acknowledge and release, because when we let it go, then we are lightened up for better things, and then we can experience amazing things in our lives and not have to continue reliving the past. So definitely start addressing some of the issues of the past, stuff that maybe you weren't ready to talk about, things that you are dragging around in that meat sack. Start throwing it out. Lighten the load. Meat sack. I don't know where I come up with this stuff. Oh, wow, lots of wands. Holy crap! This is a good day. This is going to be a good day. So we have the Ace of Wands upright, Two of Wands upright, High Priestess upright, and the Five of Swords in reverse. So I think there's going to be definitely discussions about past stuff. You're either going to be talking about it with somebody, a friend, a coworker, a parent, a significant other, your cat. Cat will just go meow, but you can talk all you want. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Wow. Back to the cards. Ace of Wands. Your passions. Something that you desire. This is a thought, an action, a desire flame filled. It's very flame filled day. And then the Two of Wands. So there's like a discourse between two parties or two ideas that are happening, and but a third main idea that's happening, and it's this like, and the High Priestess is here to I didn't show the other cards. They're pretty cool. It's a fire. High Priestess is coming in with this like intuitive understanding to help these wands all work together, because it's a lot of fire, and you need a higher mind perspective to kind of guide that in a positive direction, because the Five of Swords talks about mental word I can't think of apparently right now. Mental sparring, arguments, discussions, things where when it's upright, it can be like somebody yelling at somebody else and be like, oh, fuck you, but when it's in the reverse, it's like it's like maybe there are things that are wanted to be said, but it's like you got to choose your words carefully because you don't want to offend the other person. Because I mean, there's sparring going on. There's 3 wands involved going, and then the high priestess involves to take it to the higher mind and able to talk about things that are sensitive, and highly spiritual and just, you know, very all-encompassing, consuming of like your soul. So it's very sensitive. It's very sensitive stuff, and so it's finding the right words to have these discussions and conversations. So you know, we may be talking about stuff from the past and clarifying and coming to and making our point and making our stance, but being careful about how we make it and not just being a free-for-all for, you know, with verbal diarrhea, because nobody likes diarrhea in the first place, and who likes verbal diarrhea? I mean, I suffer from it sometimes, but I try to keep my yap shut. I just have laughing fits. Oh god, we're already at like 20 minutes. I've surpassed my longest time yet. So I think I'm gonna be done because apparently I have verbal diarrhea now, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy the day. Keep in mind all that you need for your, you know, your sparring, and I wish you luck. Bye.